Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name's Alicia. In today's video, I am going to be doing a first impressions slash unboxing of this huge Wet n Wild. This is the new Stitch collection. Now, I did purchase the PR box. I was kind of bummed because there was a brush set and I thought the brush set came in this. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. I may still pick that up just because I thought it was super cute. It was like the Pac-Man brushes that have like this little like confetti type deal in them. And I don't know, I do really love a lot of Wet n Wild brushes. Actually, my cream blush brush that I use all the time is Wet n Wild. So they make some really good quality brushes. So I was really bummed that it wasn't in there, like I said. But I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup using this collection here. I'm going to be going through, showing you guys swatches, giving you the prices of everything. So if you're down with that, then just stay tuned. All right, guys, so it is like 9 p.m. whenever I'm filming right now, but I could not wait to bust into this Wet n Wild Stitch collection. I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan, and so while this isn't like my favorite movie, I do like this movie, and I've always just thought Stitch was freaking adorable. All right, so the only thing I have on my face so far is just my moisturizer. I do have on my eye primer, which is just the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. That's the one I use all the time, and then a little bit of lip balm. And we're gonna go ahead and go right in with this palette here. All right. I was able to get into the palette, and this is what these shades look like here. As you can tell, there's different impressions. So you've got like a little Hawaiian drink, you've got a snow cone, you've got Stitch, a little flower, you've got like Stitch's head, you've got a palm tree, a little claw. So I think that all of that is really cute. You do actually have names to these shades on the back, which I can also appreciate. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some swatches. All right, guys, so here are the colors there. Now, I will say, I think that the mattes actually swatched a whole lot better than anything else in this palette. The mattes were so smooth and creamy, super pigmented. Like, I love all the mattes in this palette. Now, you are getting this pressed glitter right here. Personally, I probably will not really be using that unless you use a glitter glue. I wouldn't put this particular one on my eyes, but I'm gonna go ahead, wipe these swatches off, and pull you guys in, and we're gonna get started with a look. All right, so as you can tell, I'm kind of wearing like a orange toned type of a number here. So I want to keep this look really, really warm. Hi guys, we're up close and personal now. If you see that I need to tweeze, I know. All right, so looking at this palette here, I really, really love a lot of these colors. They're just kind of like my jam. Specifically like this nice pukey yellow color, like a mustard rather. Love colors like that. Also love this like bright like goldish yellow. Love that. I'll say that I didn't think that these metallics swatched very good at all. Literally, I think this palette is more so like for the mattes for me. And let me just demonstrate really quick. So like, I love this bronzy brown, but it just did not swatch the best. Also, this like kind of copper color here, and then this blue. Now, I did really like this green. Could be just because it's a green, and if you know me, I love a good green eyeshadow. But look at these metallics. They're not giving it to me. They're okay. They're okay. I mean, for $1 an eyeshadow, they're not bad, I guess, but I've seen better from Wet n Wild, and I expect more from them. whenever I was wiping those swatches away, this glitter shade is like dusty as hell, so just FYI. But I really loved all of these mattes, and that's really kind of what I'm going to put most of the focus onto today. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade here. A lot picks up on the brush, so I would definitely recommend do your eyes first and tap your brush off. Then you'll be good to go. All right, so as usual, I'm just gonna do one eye on camera, the other off of camera for the sake of time. And these eyebrows, I definitely need to do some work on. I've been so busy. I am finishing up my last class for my 4-year, and I will be done with that. Should be Sunday. Hopefully I pass. My husband has been really sick, and it's been the worst term ever. I swear, it's been so hard. But all the more reason why I'm looking forward to it being over. I'm just gonna take a break. I'm trying to get my CPA, so I am gonna be going back, but I've been going to school for a while now and consistently while working full-time, and my husband has been really sick for the past 8 months, so mama needs a break. That color I really like. I did have to definitely build it up, and honestly I could maybe even do a 3rd layer of this, but I do love this shade. I love shades like this. This just all over the lid, even into the crease like I'm putting it here. Done deal. But we're gonna keep going today. And I don't know what color I want to use. I kind of wanted to use this like coral shade. Should I? I think I'm gonna go for it. This one has got little sunglasses imprinted in it, and as you can tell, again, super like pigmented, and is also just picks up a lot. I mean, these definitely, you can build them up, and as you can see, that's just the first application. It's pretty bright and pigmented. But yeah, guys, what do you think about Stitch? Is this like one of your like go-to movies? I really like, as far as like Disney movies go, one of my favorites definitely will always be The Little Mermaid. That was my favorite whenever I was little, and I still love that movie. I also always really liked Mulan, like the old school, like cartoon Mulan. Okay, so look how pretty those just blended together. Freaking love it. Definitely giving me like sunset vibes. Now I have to go into this color. Love this color. Anytime I'm applying shimmers, I do it with my finger. This one in particular in this palette is bomb. This one is super creamy, and I feel like this one just has more of like a pop to it than some of those others did. Also really quickly want to do this green because I think that was like the only other shimmer in this palette. And while it's not like super poppy, I think doing a smoky eye with this green, bitch. But yeah, as you can tell, I definitely have been missing filming for sure. I have got so much stuff to film. Like, I got the new Pat McGrath blushes, I got the Pat McGrath highlighter, the little mini Pat McGrath eyeshadow, the new like Fenty swirl bronzer. I've got some things from Rose Inc. Trying to think of what else. Look at that, guys, for $1. All right, now I'm just gonna take this same little brush that we were using, and I'm not applying any more product. I just am kind of going over the edge of that gold. Trying to kind of blend it together, but I want like a little something going on over here. So I think I'm going to try to go into this dark brown shade. This one is a little bit crumbly. And I'm just going to take like a little packer brush. And I'm going to see how this does when I just add a little bit to the corners. So I'm kind of putting it down here on the lower lash line where that shimmer is like ending, and then just kind of deepening up that outer corner over there. Going back in, and I'm not going to tap anything off this time actually. Just really want to pack this pigment right here. Now I'm going to take this and kind of run this, smudge it out a little bit. Just because I don't want it to be so pigmented, I kind of want it to be more of like a shadow. Just adding a little bit of dimension. Okay, I think that is gonna be where I end it. As kind of like a final touch, I think I'm gonna take this like creamy shade here, and I'm just gonna kind of put that right under the brow and bring it down to that like mustard shade, just to kind of blend everything together. All right, so I've got a little makeup remover wipe. I'm just gonna fold that in half so I've got like a nice little hard edge here, and very gently I'm just going to pull this up, and just like that you've got a nice little line. Super duper easy, and I usually will like just take my finger and kind of pat this just because I feel like it softens it a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye, put on my base makeup, and then we'll be back for the rest of the collection. All right, I'm back. Base is done, brows are done. Let's go ahead and do the lower lash line, and for that I have got to go back into this coral shade. I freaking love this shade. Now, it may be one that ends up staining because a lot of times shades like this do, but I don't care. All right, so I am just going to get this as close as I can to the lower lash line, and I'm just using like a little pencil brush. Now, I'm not going to bring this too much in. I'm going to kind of stop where my lashes stop. All right, and then with a little smudger brush, I'm going to go into that dark brown shade that we used. And I'm just going to put that as close as I can to the lower lashes, and I am literally just smudging this out right on that outer third, I'd say. All right, now a little tiny fluffy brush, nothing on there. I am just going back and forth over those two shades just to blend them together a little bit more. Now, something else that came in this collection was a little eyeliner set. So this is a set of 2, and this little set retails for $8.50. So it just says this is the Carefree, and it is a waterproof eyeliner set. All right, so here they are here, super cute packaging. This one is Wild Energy Black, and then this one is Blue Punch Buggy. And I think I'm gonna go a little wild and use the blue, but I'm gonna give you a swatch of both. All right, so here is the blue here. And then you have got the black. I don't know, that's a nice black. What do we think? I definitely think that the black would look better, but for the sake of the video, I guess I'm going to use this just so we can see how bright this blue is. All right, so I'm holding this down and just trying to put this in my waterline. And honestly, that's not sticking the best. I'm not like a huge eyeliner person anyway, but yeah, I'm not really digging this one. All right. So I would definitely say this is more for like your lower lash line. Definitely not sticking the best to the inner rim for sure. But now see, about right there, that's where I want the color. But that took a lot of building, and I feel like I've got like little clumps in my lashes as well. So these are definitely freaking waterproof. Like I am scrubbing, and yeah, I did finally get it to come off, but that took some work. Now I will say with the eyeliner, this second eye over here went on so much better. It only took me a second to do this eye, and I feel like it's the same like pigmentation. So I think this just needed to get like warmed up and going, if that makes sense. So yeah, a lot better on the other eye. Next up, this collection came with a mascara. So this is the Flying High mascara, and this is a waterproof mascara. I personally am not the biggest fan of waterproof mascaras because they're so hard to get off. But this retails for $8.50 as well. Super cute packaging again. All right, so here is the packaging here. Again, super cute. And this is like a little rubber wand. Super kind of flexible, looks spiky. This is not usually my jam. I'm gonna do the lower lashes first. If you have trouble with transfer throughout the day with your lower lashes, a waterproof probably is the way to go. It's not really doing much for me. Let me go ahead and do top lashes. It's definitely doing better on the top lashes than the bottom. So maybe I just wasn't applying enough pressure on the bottom. I always just get so nervous I'm gonna mess my makeup up. And especially with this being a waterproof mascara, if you did get this on your face, you know, I just feel like it'd be pretty hard to get off. And you probably definitely would have to touch that spot of your makeup up. But yeah, that is one coat for $8.50. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, guys, so this is one coat applied to both lashes. I do think it looks really good on the upper lashes in particular. I think it is extremely lengthening. I do think it looks a little spiky, like spidery looking a little bit. Not too much though. I do think it's a nice one. I don't like it really for the bottom lashes. I don't think it really did too much for me down there. The top lashes, there's something about it, it just grips so nicely to the top lashes and really makes them look super long. So I actually was pretty surprised with that. Right now we're going to go ahead and go into the little bronzer highlighter quad here. All right, so here is the quad here. You've got 2 bronzers and then you have 2 highlighters as well. This retails for $10.50, and again, you've got these little impressions on there. I'm going to go ahead, give you guys a swatch. All right, so here is the lighter bronzer, the darker bronzer, and then you've got your 2 highlighters. This one could even be like a bronzer topper. Now, I will say that this right here has got visible glitter in it. Let me see again if I can blend it out. Yeah, I don't know about putting that on my face. I think I'm going to use that more so for the body. And speaking of the body, there is also this right here, which mine is like kind of like warped, and it's, I think, a little bit definitely leaked out. It says to shake me, but anyway, this is the body luminizer, and this retails for $10.50. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe mine off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shake. Oh, and it does have like a little pump, so it's not like a squirt bottle, which I like. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of this on my hand. Okay, there it comes. It smells kind of like pineapple / coconut. I bet like putting this on your legs would be so pretty. But all I have out right now is just this little chest area, so smells really good. I will say it feels definitely very thin and like oil-like. Would not want to put this anywhere near your face. This is definitely just for the body. But look at that. It just looks super healthy and glowy. Now on, this is really gross though. Like, it's making a mess. So I am not liking that. The whole thing, it just feels gross. The bottle itself, I know it's just because it leaked out, but it's like I can't get it off. It's like never ending. All right, I think that is about as good as I'm going to get it. It feels okay now, but yeah, I really don't like that about the packaging of it. Makes me nervous about storing it. All right, so what I was gonna say is you could put a little bit of this, you know, just kind of on top of that luminizer, just in specified spots, which that's a little dark. You see that? It's not even really popping. So this definitely, if you're going to use this, you probably need to be a little bit deeper than I am, because this is creating more of a shadow than like a highlight. Now I can kind of blend this in and it'll just be like more of like a bronzy type of a glow. Maybe that's what I'll do over here on my shoulder as well. Just kind of blend it in. Okay, so that looks nice, but definitely this is not a highlighter for light to probably even light medium skin. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this brush that I've been loving, and I'm gonna go into this lighter bronzer shade. I do like they have a light and then a deeper shade, and you could even mix the two to get a really custom type of a look. Also, I think the lighter one is a little bit more of a cooler tone shade while the deeper one has a little bit more of a warmth to it. This is a super nice bronzer shade though. If you were my skin tone, this light one, super nice. I have found a lot of like bronzers and blushes specifically from Wet n Wild that I like. I also think they do have the ability to make really nice eyeshadows. Their lip products are amazing. You can get some really good stuff from Wet n Wild. Their setting spray. See how much just more alive bronzer makes you? That's why I love bronzer so much. Now I'm going to go into this like highlight, if you will. And I'm going to use that just as like a bronzer topper over here. Let's see if we can see a difference. Not too much. I mean, you can definitely see more of like a glow. But yeah, just gonna put a little bit of that on. All right, really, really love this little palette here. All right, so I did just go ahead and throw on my Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter, which I love so much. And I almost forgot something in this collection. So this is like a little sponge set, and this is the Catching Waves. It says a sponge and scrub set. And this is what it looks like. Here's a little surfboard stand, and look, it's got stitch on the sponge itself. Now, I don't know what it's talking about, a scrub. Oh. This set features a stitch makeup sponge and a surfboard cleansing scrub to match. All right, so here is the little surfboard scrub. So, I mean, I guess you could like, you know, rub your brushes on here to like clean those. It does have this little nice little gripper, but I could see just like most people storing, you know, their little sponge on there. So I'm gonna go wet this and I'll be right back. All right, for comparison, this is now what this sponge looks like. I feel like it definitely like doubled in size. This got freaking huge. And I think I'm going to use a little cream blush that I have never used before. This is from Milk Cosmetics, and this is the shade Golden Hour. And it is just like a nice orange peachy color. I thought it would look really good with the eye look. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into just the bottom side of my sponge, get a little bit of that, and pop it right on the cheeks. Such a pretty shade. I have really been loving cream blushes in particular. I just think they're so easy to apply for the most part, like most of the ones I've been trying these days. And they just look so healthy. Just makes you add a little bit of dewiness. But yeah, y'all know me. I freaking love these peachy shades like this. All right. All right, guys, we are almost done. Next up is a setting spray. This is the No Bad Days Hydrating Setting Mist. Super cute again. And this retails for $10.50. You're getting 3.45 fluid ounces in here. And like I said, I have really gotten along well with Wet n Wild setting sprays. That's a pretty nice mist. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. All right, I'll say this is like a fine mist, but you've got a lot coming at you. So it was pretty intense as far as the spray goes, but I do feel like it kind of got everything all melded together, looking nice. It smells like coconut, which is amazing. And yeah, I think that this is a really, really good mist. Intense, like hold it back a little bit further than you think you need to, but a really good one. All right, next up are the lip oil glosses, and there are 3 different options that came in this collection. I couldn't find the price of these on Wet n Wild. These are actually sold out. I'm not sure. You'll probably have to try to get these in store, but these are probably like $5, $5.50 range if I had to guess. Again, the little packaging is so freaking cute. This one, the red here is Let's Rock. The cool toned pink is Got the Scoop. And then this like opalescent here is Surfs Up. And I think I'm going to swatch all of these for you, just going from lightest to darkest. All right, first up is this one here, which is Surfs Up. Let me see if these have a scent. It does have a scent. I think it's kind of like pineapple. It doesn't feel like an oil. Like it just feels like a gloss, honestly. But this is that shade there. All right, next up is this color here. This would probably be, if I was gonna pick one, like just from looking at the shade itself, this would be the one I would pick. This is Got the Scoop. I love cool toned pinks. And this looks basically like my lip color. This is like a Your Lips But Better color. Alright guys, so this is the shade here. Alright, I feel like this one stuck down pretty good actually, and that was actually a pretty pigmented gloss. Kind of makes me a little bit nervous for this one, honestly, but we are going to go ahead and get into it. And again, this one is Let's Rock. All right, I feel like these are definitely pretty pigmented glosses, but there we go. All right guys, so this is the finished look. There was one other thing in the box that I did not go over. That is the Life's a Beach Exfoliating Multi-Scrub. Super cute. I'm gonna take it out because this is actually like a little shovel in there. This retails for $8.50. But this is what the little container itself looks like, and then you've got like a little shovel to scoop it out with. It does have a little protective covering over it, and it smells like pineapples as well. I happen to love pineapples and I love coconuts, so this whole collection is like right up my alley. Love how just cute everything is. I think the attention to detail was so nice, like it normally is with these like collaborations with Wet n Wild. So let me go over like the high points of this collection. I think that this little bronzer quad was really, really nice. This and probably the setting spray are my favorites, as well as I did like the little sponge set as well. This would be the stuff that I would get the most use out of. This is cute. It's a little container. You've got 3.11 ounces in here. You can get a few uses. I do like these scrubs like for before you shave or something like that. kind of like mid-range products would be the mascara. These are nice, and I do think these would stick around on your lips for quite a while. These are also really pigmented, so I mean, I do like the glosses as well, of course. I think as far as bang for your buck, you're getting the most out of these two just because they do have some pigment to them. But I mean, this one was really nice as well. Oh, I didn't even mention the eyeliners. These are just kind of, again, middle of the road type of products for me. This blue, I really had to get going before it applied nicely on the other eye. The Body Luminizer, it was such a bummer for me that it just, you know, leaked all over everything. It does look really nice, so I may have to forgive it. It smells really nice as well with that coconut scent, but yeah, I don't know. It still feels kind of gross. Okay, and then finally the eyeshadow palette. I do like this. Again, it's kind of just middle of the road for me there because these shimmers in here, like, I don't understand why all the shimmers are not this formula. Like, the one that I used, really pigmented, super creamy, but some of these other ones in here just are not of that same quality. Like this one in particular, I thought this one was really kind of like more of a dud type of a shade. Both of these, they could have been a whole lot better than they were. This one is just like eh, and this one's okay. But yeah, I mean, the mattes in here perform really nice. I do like the mattes. You can build them up nicely. They blend nicely, super creamy. But this is definitely a palette in general. Do your eyes first because I did have a good bit to clean up. So it's okay. You just have to know how to use it, you know what I mean? And there are a few shades in there that I personally would not get any use out of. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.